All right, so I'm joined by a very special guest today, Emanuel Saltzman, out of Oak Park, Illinois, singer, guitarist, producer, songwriter, as well as the lead vocalist and guitarist for East Avenue, which is a really unique sounding band, a mixture of hip hop and grunge. So, Emmanuel, how are you doing?
Good, good. Just got home from work a few hours ago. But yeah, just been like chilling right now.
Hey, I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, thanks for the interview.
Absolutely. So let's start off with your musical background. How did you how'd you first get involved in music?
My dad's actually a musician, and so he plays keyboard and piano and shit like that. So he's been playing for like all his life basically. So he kind of got me into music. And also my older sister, she used to play guitar, and so like I wanted to play guitar because I saw her playing guitar. Because before I played drums and I played cello, but like she kind of got me into guitar. So
So you took music lessons.
yeah, I took some lessons for like a few years I think. I learned like a little bit like just like techniques on how to play guitar. Um, both my teachers tried to like teach me how to read music, but like I wasn't really. I mean, I could read it a little bit, but I just every time they tell me to go and practice reading, I just like play my own shit. So like I was never really interested in like reading music. I mean, I think it's important, but I just maybe I'll learn it more one day. But yeah.
Do you have earliest memory involving music?
Um, trying to think. Well, I used to when I was a baby. I used to like apparently I used to hit pots and pans. I used to like drum them or whatever. So I guess that was like I don't even remember really doing that, but my mom said I used to do that all the time. So I guess I was just like kind of into music from the beginning.
Yeah, it sounds like you definitely had a passion for music at a very, very young age.
Yeah, definitely.
What music or artists are you influenced by?
I really like the Deftones. I like Rihanna. I like Chief Keef. I like Tool. Also, there's a lot of underground SoundCloud artists I'll find out about. I have like multiple playlists of just like people I just listen to on SoundCloud. This one underground artist, Inner City Dispute. He's actually like he's really underground. I think he's from like Bakersfield, California, or whatever. But his music's like has actually a huge influence on at least like the newer stuff that I'm gonna put out soon. So I don't know. There's a lot of shit too. Like everything I hear, there's some kind of influence in it. Even if I don't like it that much, I'm always gonna be like, oh, there could be a cool part in it. So
And what do you think lends itself to you having such a wide variety of music that you kind of resonates with you?
um, well, like because I used to like a lot of musicians probably. I don't know. Some musicians might still go through this. I used to go through phases of listening to different things. I was really first I just listened to like what my family would listen to, like the Beatles and shit, and my older sister what she would listen to like Daft Punk and just like pop music from the late 2000s, which I still like. I still like a lot of it. And then I went through like a rap phase where I listened to like Jay-Z, Eminem, and then I kind of got tired of that, so I started like around seventh grade I got into metal, and like I hated everything else. So I was like, yeah, metal is like the only music that matters. And then I don't know, I just got into grunge, and then eventually I was like, hey, anything that sounds good, like doesn't matter what genre it is. So
And what made you want to start making your own original music?
I don't know. I've always been interested in just like writing stuff because I'm not like the best guitarist. You know, I could play obviously, but like, you know, I don't play that fast. I'm not like, you know, Slash or whatever, or like Sinister Gates. Yeah. But I don't know. I like to come up with like different ideas and just weird melodies and just shit that sounds kind of weird, but like what works. You know, like it sounds kind of hooky, I guess. I don't know. I like creating shit. You know, creating music, just fun. So.
And how did the process begin of you starting to make music with other musicians?
Actually, like I tried out because I like all throughout or almost all throughout high school, except like last 2 years. But like I'd always wanted to be in a band in like middle school and high school or whatever. And so like the summer of 8th grade, I actually tried out for this death metal band. I didn't even know what death metal was at the time. I was like, oh, I just want to be in a band. So I tried out. I didn't make it, so I was really pissed. And like that's somewhere I went home and practiced a lot. And then and then after that, I just wanted to form a band, you know, because I was like, man, like I couldn't be in that band. Like, so I did have a band in high school called Jaded. That was like 2 years, I guess. We kind of sucked, but it was just good to like be in a band, you know, and play with other people. And then East Avenue came along like later, you know, like around senior year. So, yeah, and just you know, just like having people to play with, and also like it's just sometimes it's easier because you know you don't have to worry about doing everything by yourself. So.
And can you talk about forming the East Avenue band and talk about the members in the band?
Yeah, so East Avenue formed in 2015 summer, like late summer of 2015. It was kind of Jaded, like Jaded was starting to fall apart. So it was like I remember like I hit up my drummer, who's not my bassist, Damien, because he plays a lot of instruments. I hit him up on Facebook because the death metal band I tried out for, he was in that band. So I remember like he played drums and he was like really good and shit. So I hit him up just through Facebook. I was like, hey, do you want to start a band or whatever? You want to be in this band? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so at first it was just me, him, and my former guitarist, Alessandro. So we would just practice. We only played like one show. So we played a show without a bassist because we didn't have one. And then Alessandro like eventually left for college, so it was just me and Damien. And then our former bassist Seth joined. And around I think it was like early 2016 he joined. So just us three, and then my guitarist Victor joined in late 2016. And then it was us playing for around 2 years, and now we have a new drummer Shire, and our bassist Damien is in Texas right now. So right now it's just me, Shire, and Victor, and a backing track, I guess. So.
Can you describe the East Avenue band, the sound?
It varies. I mean, it's shit. I can't even talk. It's just a lot of like. It's a mix of like, you know, obviously there's grunge elements in it. We liked, you know, we're really like inspired by like trap too, like the whole trap sound, like the kind of vapor wavy, like not necessarily like the vocals. I mean, actually some of the vocals, like some of the auto-tune vocals are cool, like the dark auto-tune, like Travis Scott kind of stuff, like even like early Chief Keef with like just the beats and shit, and just like the energy. But we want to mix it with like, you know, just grunge, I guess. So like the first album is gonna be released like really soon. It's more grungy. There's some trap elements in it, so I guess you could say it's more grunge trap than trap grunge. But the second album afterward, like I'm already like playing songs for that. That's definitely gonna be like more like trap grunge, like real sounding trap grunge. It's gonna be a totally different sound, like a new sound that I think you really catch on. If we push it a lot, you know. So.
Can you talk about some of the songs that you've previously recorded and released?
Yeah. So the first song we ever released, first official song, because we did have a demo album before the first song was called Reboot. We actually released it last year, and that's the song I wrote. Like I think I wrote it in like 2016 or something. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I saw the riff one day. It just like popped in my head. I was like just fucking around with the guitar, and I was like, oh, like this kind of sounds cool. So I thought of the riff, and then the melody. Like I just came up with the melody, like kind of like pretty easily. And I actually had like a really old demo of it that I made a long time ago. Like I don't even remember. I think it was like 2015 actually. I'm trying to remember when I even wrote the song. I think it may have been 2015. But I had this demo I recorded at my house. And so I showed it. That was actually the song I sent Damien when I yeah. So it was actually before it was before East Avenue even got started. I wrote that song because we had it in Jaded. We had like that song. So yeah, I showed Damien it when I first asked him to be in my band. He's like, oh, this is cool. Like, but the song itself is just it's just kind of like a dark like rhythmic melodic kind of sound, I guess. Like kind of quieter in the verse, like heavy chorus, but it's kind of like different. Like it's kind of different from from a lot of other bands, I guess. So.
And that's something that I really enjoy, the unique sound that East Avenue really has, especially how you guys really have a diverse range of styles, depending on which song you guys release. A lot of your music doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like every song we release, we want it to just sound different. We want to at the same time we want to sound catchy. Like we want like a hook and like a structure to it. Every song we release, it's like we don't want to write this. I always tell myself this, like never like settle on one way of songwriting. Like always change it up. Always like push boundaries, but always like keep your like melodic, like the way you write melodies. Like don't just because just because you change it up doesn't mean you have to like start writing like different melodies. You could change that. You could change like the sound, like as in let's say like the first album is more guitar oriented, the second album would be more electronic. You could change that sound, but like as long as you write like catchy melodies and like. Or at least in my case, like I like writing a lot of like dark, catchy, like dark poppy melodies to go along with it. You could do whatever you want, if you have a really good structure. So like we try and just change it up,
Could you briefly describe the music making process?
Well, like it used to be with the first album, I would just come up with a riff, and then like I usually come up with a guitar riff and then just a melody. In my head, and then I kind of build off that with a chorus or whatever. It kind of just comes it comes to me pretty easily. At least lyrics take a while. Like lyrics take a while for me to write. But usually, if I want to come up with like a structure of a song, it usually takes like maybe a day or 2 days or whatever just to come up with the idea. And then we add shit. We add a bass line. Like I'll add a bass line. Damien will add a bass line. Drums, we just build off of it, but it's either that or like I make a beat or Damien makes a beat. We kind of build off the beat, so it's just a lot of different ways that we kind of write our music. It's not always the same.
Do you remember your first time performing live?
Yeah, the first time we performed was actually with our old guitarist Alessandro. We didn't have a bass. We didn't have a bass player at the time, so like we played at Fitzgerald's. This is a place in Berwyn. It's like it's near Chicago. Like we're from Oak Park. Like we're right outside Chicago, so like it's pretty close. But it was at this like kind of restaurant / bar, and we didn't have a bass player, so we thought like, okay, maybe if we make Alessandro's guitar, like put a lot of low end on it, it'll sound better. And it sounded like trash. Like the whole show sounded like trash. Luckily, there wasn't that many people there, so like it wasn't that bad. But I mean, it's how first shows go. You're always gonna like sound like shit. So
What has been your favorite and least favorite venue to perform at?
Um, Favorite probably Wire. I really like they like us at Wire a lot. It's just another place in Irvine. It's actually like really close to Fitzgerald's, actually like a few blocks away. But every time we play there, we get a good crowd. Like they like us there. Least favorite, I don't even know. I mean, I don't want to throw shade at like any clubs. There's one. I don't even think this place is open anymore. I can't even fucking remember the name, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw shade. I don't want to throw shade at any clubs. I don't want any of them hearing this interview and like not wanting us to play there. So I'm not gonna.
Well, without saying the name of the venue, what made that experience, not go as great as it probably could have?
So probably our worst show. Or it wasn't that bad of a show. It's just how I set it up was really bad. So we played this show once, and like I wanted to make it a mix of like hip hop artists and like bands, and like I'd never set up a show before. And I don't know why they wanted me to set up a show because like it was the place is closed now, so for a reason I guess. But they had me set up the show, and like I tried to get a few bands, but I couldn't get any bands. So we were the only band, and like everyone else was like a rapper, I guess. So we just didn't really fit we didn't fit the vibe. I mean, we had some of our fans there. It was just kind of weird, and the whole night was just kind of weird. Like, the sound guy was like kind of being a dick, I guess. So like, I don't even fucking know, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, everyone has bad shows, I guess. But that was, I don't even think that was our worst show, to be honest. That was just a weird show. I think it was just like, but whatever.
Which songs do you perform most frequently?
We probably play "It's Out by the Door." That's like one of our latest releases. We play that one a lot. We play Punch a lot. That one we're working on a video for. We'll get that video done soon. The song is ready, but we just want to release the song with the video. So like, we probably play those two songs the most. Yeah, like those are just like, I'm not gonna say they're our best songs. I mean, they're pretty good songs. They're good songs, but they're probably the easiest to play, to be honest. And they're kind of like hype songs. So.
Do you have a set list when you perform?
Yeah, we like recently we haven't. Like recently we just kind of like go up there and we're like, hey, let's just play this first, let's play this next. Yeah, sometimes we make a set list. Sometimes we don't. It just depends. Like, if I'm lazy or if I'm not lazy. But yeah, like recent shows we'll just go up there and just like be like, hey, let's play this song, and then we just play it. So.
What are the main themes or topics for most of your songs?
A lot of the lyrics. I mean, like the first album is kind of a mix of like just high school. A lot of those lyrics I wrote like in high school or like right after high school ended, so they were kind of like more. They kind of sounded more like high school lyrics, but just like emotional shit, I guess. But some of the lyrics are about like social media and just like this generation kind of shit. I want to build off that more on the second album. I want to do more of that kind of like social media, like how like it can be weird sometimes, or just like just I don't even know, like stupid shit on social media, I guess, or just funny shit. Like, but I just think this time, like the time we're living in is kind of like cool. It's kind of like a revolution, I guess, industrial revolution, but just with like the internet. So like, there's so much shit you could write about because you just see more shit. So it's like you just write about like random shit you see on social media, or just tendencies that people will have when they're like texting you or something, or messaging you, or just shit like that. And some of the songs on the first album are about shit like that, and then some are just about like high school shit, like getting into fights or whatever. But the second album is definitely gonna be more about like social media and just like that kind of shit.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the topics have evolved over time. Do you think these topics will change over time moving forward in the future?
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, as I get older and shit, I'll probably experience different shit. Um, or it don't even have to be shit that I experience. Sometimes I'll just like see other people like going through shit, or just read about someone else or someone else's experience, or just like something that might not even involve me, just like an idea that I have or whatever. So yeah, I'll definitely like evolve. You know, I'll write about just like random shit, like I don't know, like pen or whatever. I don't fucking know. Like, but just make it sound like, you know, interesting, I guess. You know.
What has been your biggest challenge as a musician, and how have you been able to overcome that challenge?
Biggest challenge, not being famous. No, no, no. Just marketing. Like, marketing's pretty fucking hard. Just meeting the right people and just playing shows, having like a lot of people go to your shows. Like, you know, a lot of shows we have are just hit and miss. I don't know, just and just finishing this album too. We've been working on this album for like probably 3 years, so it's been a while. But yeah, probably the biggest one was not being famous. Like, to be honest.
What's your ultimate direction for your music career?
Like I mean, I plan to make it. Like, I want to make it. You know, I want to be well known. And I want people to know our music. I think our music's good. I don't want it to be like a waste. You know, like, so I'm gonna just do whatever it takes to get my shit out there. You know, like, and like hopefully people catch on. Hopefully people like it. And just, I don't know, just to make some money off of it. You know, like, just to make a living. You know, to like, yeah, like, be able to fucking live in a mansion, buy like nice ass cars and shit. Like, oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, that too, and just to make money off of it, I guess.
What do you think the biggest misconception is about your music?
That we're like straight grunge. Like, we're not like our, probably like people think we're like that we're more grungy because like all of our live shows, like a lot of the live shows we haven't had the backing tracks for like the synthesizer and all that. So a lot of people think we're just like a straight like 90s like grunge band, or just we're just like we're really influenced by the 90s, which we are. Like, we're like, I'm influenced by like shit in the 90s, but like there's a lot of other shit I'm influenced by, and like it's probably the biggest misconception that we're just a straight like grunge rock band. But if you listen to our like our demos, or like even some of our singles, like they're a lot like they sound a lot different than what you hear live, because we just don't have like everything we want live yet. Once we have all the backing tracks for the album, then it'll sound a lot better. But yeah, we're more than just like a grunge band, or like 2018 version of grunge. Like, we got a lot more elements. So,
what advice do you have for aspiring musicians?
just like, work hard, man. Like, just promote your shit. That's the biggest one. Just promote. Like, make videos, take pictures. Like, especially nowadays, like a lot of things are really image based. So just like try and put anything out there every day. Like, doesn't matter if it's like a quote, it's like a stupid picture, a video, just anything you can put out there. Like, you don't even have to have good music. Like, especially nowadays, like, you can have like trash music, but if you promote it really well, and you might get somewhere. And just believe in what you're doing. You know, even like sometimes, even if people say, oh, or people don't like it, if you believe in what you're doing and you promote it a lot, like, you'll have some kind of success. You know, you'll have some kind of fan base. Like anyone who works hard at what they do, or at music, will have some kind of success, and people will like it. You'll have some fans. You know, not everyone's gonna like make it like big or whatever, but if you put in the work, you know, you'll be successful. Somewhat successful. I don't even know. It's hard. Music industry is hard, to be honest. You might not even be successful, to be honest, because the music industry is so fucked up. But yeah, just make it. I don't know, make a viral video or some shit. Make some stupid video.
How can fans gain access to your music?
um, we got SoundCloud. So just look up East Avenue on SoundCloud. We should be the first band that pops up. We have Facebook. It's East Avenue Facebook. The Facebook has like kanji below it, like Japanese kanji. So that's how you can tell like what our Facebook is. Instagram is at East Avenue Official. YouTube is just East Avenue with the. I think the YouTube has the kanji characters too. Bandcamp, same thing. We're not really. I mean, we put stuff on Bandcamp, but that's not our main source of like or people listening to our music. Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. I think we're on Pandora. I missed Twitter. We're on Twitter. That's probably it. I don't think I'm missing it. Snapchat, East Avenue 4, just East, like it's one word. That's our Snapchat. So, yeah, that's all our. We should probably create like a Twitch account too sometime. I don't know.
Is there anyone you'd like to acknowledge for offering financial or emotional support?
Just my family. You know, like my family, like just like you know, like they help me like I mean, obviously they are still living at their house, so like I haven't been kicked out yet. You know, so like they provide like a house and like food and shit, and like they like my surprisingly they actually like my music, which I didn't really think would happen, but they do like my music. They support it. Just like just like friends, I guess, and fans who like who continue to like stick with us and like just come to our shows and listen to our shit. Emotional support, yeah, probably just the same thing, like family, friends, you know, that kind of shit.
And what's the best way for fans to get in contact with you?
Just like message me on Facebook. My full name is Emanuel Saltzman. My profile picture is just me, like with this devil face or whatever. It's like this Day of the Dead thing, I guess. It's like a demon kind of thing. But yeah, just message me on Facebook. I respond through that like more than anything else. I respond through. I mean, Instagram. You can message me on Instagram. You just message me your Snapchat or just a band account. Like I'll either me or like one of us will respond. But if you're just trying to talk to me personally, probably just Facebook is the best.
All right, before we go, why don't you shout out your social media links one more time?
Okay, so Facebook is just East Avenue with kanji characters. YouTube is the same thing. Twitter is just East Avenue. Instagram is at East Avenue Official. Snapchat is East Avenue 4. Bandcamp is just East Avenue on Bandcamp. And SoundCloud is just also East Avenue. And then, or if you want to email us, our email is eastavenueband17@gmail.com. So if you want to email us something.
All right, excellent. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we wrap up?
Trying to think of something. Not really. That's probably it, to be honest.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions. It was a real pleasure getting to speak with you.
Thanks, Sean. See you later.
Absolutely. And I look forward to hearing the latest releases from East Avenue.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Our next single is being released this Saturday. So that's September 15th. I'll make sure to tag people on it. So yeah, September 15th is the next single.
All right, I can't wait. All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you taking the time.
All right, peace, bro.
Take care.